Everyone keeps asking me to review the BetaFPV Meteor75 Mark II 04 Pro wide-angle version. But here's the point about reviews. On paper, the specs don't look brilliant. It looks heavy, it looks underpowered, but that doesn't tell you the full story. It doesn't tell you whether or not the drone is actually fun, whether it's confidence-inspiring. And they definitely don't tell you whether it'll survive the sort of abuse that we all actually do. So today we're not going to do a traditional review. We're going to take it out to the playground. Challenge after challenge, one tiny whoop, one battery at a time, and every success will unlock the next challenge. Every crash, well, we'll pretend that nobody saw it, unless we actually break anything or dunk it in a river. Let's freaking go. I don't hit it too fast and dive into the river.
Yeah, well, I can grab it easily. Wow, it's absolutely... You can take off, yeah?
Okay, yeah.
Did you lose...
There's been quite a lot of chatter about a few things when it comes to this drone. One of them is how much jello, does it fix the jello? What about the jello? And you can see here the amount of dampening that this system provides with its relatively firm balls means that you don't have any jello, as we'll see in the footage. The other two questions that have been asked is, can it freestyle? Is it freestyle? Can it do hard freestyle? Guys, it's a 1S 75mm drone. If you want freestyle, get yourself a 5-inch, because let's be fair, these things are never designed for that sort of stuff. Now, the other point I want to make as well is we crashed into a lake deliberately. I don't know, probably not, if I'm completely honest. And we let it dry out. Now, the drone itself is absolutely fine, but we do have IMU error on the camera on the 04, which is ironic because the flight controller isn't waterproofed, but yet apparently the DJI 04 Pro is conformal coated, but it's struggling. So it is what it is. But just so you know, we are going to have a flight towards the end of this where we're at the car park and we'll fly over to McDonald's and we'll ask for a Happy Meal and we'll do all that funny jazz that we always do. And you'll see some glitches in that footage, and that's because of the IMU error on the camera itself. I was able to fly around it. It wasn't dangerous. I'd done a few packs in the car park first to see exactly how it behaved. But I just wanted to address those 3 points before we start this video. So let's start this video. Let's freaking go.
C word. Oh my god. That was close.
Challenge number 1 then, escape the playground and see if we can create some cinematic goodness. Now, first of all, we've got these rocks over here, and obviously we're just going to fly through them for pure cinema because, you know, why not? Maybe get a little bit too low to the ground as well. Now, I keep looking at this lake, and the question is, by the end of this flight, am I going to fly through the railings? Well, that's the question that was on my lips throughout the entire flight. Those railings there really do look like they need me to fly through them at the end of the pack. But we'll see. We'll see exactly what happens. But at the minute, we're just trying to create a little bit of cinematic goodness. We're not really pushing or going crazy. It's a bit of an overcast morning here in the UK as we fly in, and we're just trying to make a little bit of cinema. And I've got to be honest, it's really easy, quiet to fly. It is a 1S. Loads of people are going to instantly jump on the bandwagon and say, well, it's not powerful enough, it's too heavy, you can't do crazy freestyle with it. And you're right, you can't do crazy freestyle with it because that's not what it's designed for. If you want to do crazy freestyle, get a crazy freestyle drone. But you're not going to fly in a park like this and not get any hassle. You'll see there are some kids about. There's plenty of parents about. It was really early in the morning, so I was quite surprised just how many people was about. But nobody complained. A couple of kids saw it. A couple of kids paid a little bit of attention to it. The parents watched as well. Nobody paid any attention. Nobody complained, should I say. You've got the walkers over here with the dog, and we'll just sort of skim over the top of here. Again, we don't go over the top of them, but we go close enough that they'll hear it. But it's small, it's quiet, it's inobtrusive. Neither they nor the dog paid any attention to it. As we fly back now towards the playground, we're just going to have a look at a bin. Consider a bin gap. Sorry, JJ, no bin gap challenges today. And then we're just going to go through these trees. We've got a little bit of a worker there. We don't want to scare them too much at this time of the morning. Far too early for that. You may have just seen Boy Wonder FPV and I on camera as well. And then we've got this little lad over here on the skate park. I'm not sure what he's doing, but we'll just scare him anyway. I may I may know who he is. And then we've got a couple of workers over here who are pretending to fix this light. It's broken and they're sat there and having a cup of coffee. So we'll just say they're pretending, but maybe it'll be fixed next year. Who knows? And then there's this little crazy kid on the bike, on the scooter again. And yeah, as we follow the child down, and he falls over. And we make sure he's okay, crash into his head and things. Okay, and then finally, we're just going to go through the seating area, and we're going to head back through the seating area again, and then we're going to head back round the scooter rider again. And then we're just going to go and have a quick look at these railings. These railings have been calling my name since the start of this flight. I really don't want to dunk it in water, I've got to be honest, because, you know, I've got reviews to do. But there you go. We'll do it anyway. So we'll just line it up. We're not going to go anything crazy. We're just going to go nice and steady, nice and slow. There is a little bit of wind, but yeah, we're all good. And then we come back and finish the pack. And that's the first one done. Nice and chill, nice and fun.
That was very close. And we got me as Boy Wonder on duties of jumping in the river just in case.
But so far, the test we're doing is the rubber balls, and they've not come out, and everything's okay so far.
Yep, I'm just going to clean that camera for you. It's catching something. Oh, wow. Let's give it a little bit more violence by flipping it over. Looks like we're fine right now. You're going to crash into the tree again. Go for it. Oh, you missed. Yay. He's still up. Oh, I got my foot ready.
Okay, so after we changed the props, we then decided to go back into the playground again and have a quick look at this spiderweb. But we'll just follow this random child on this scooter first of all, before dipping and moving back over here. Okay, so making our way back now to the playground, and we're looking at this spider's web. This is sort of the main challenge that we set ourselves. Can we fly through this spider web? Now, obviously, the lower echelons of the spider web, relatively easy to do because the gaps are quite big. But obviously, as you get higher up that spider web, it becomes a little bit more difficult. So we went as high as we could straight away, pretty much, and it did it fine without a problem. So yeah. The answer is you absolutely can. It has got that precision, that control, and it is really simple and relatively easy to fly. But you've just got to know its limitations. Like I say, the number of comments, I think I hit it here, the number of comments that I've actually had saying, can you hard freestyle it? Can you go crazy for it? You can't, but like I say, just know its limitations, know what it's designed for and fly around that. And ultimately, if that's not a drone that you want, if that's not the type of drone that you want that has those limitations, see, we did a split S there. I'm not saying it's the best split S in the world, but it's a split S. I tried to do a mighty flip there and forgot how to do them. So then I was just like really slick and smooth and just carried on like nothing had ever happened. But yeah, like I say, if you're the type of person that flies 5 inches and wants this to be as powerful as a 5-inch, then you are going to be disappointed because that's not what it's designed for. But if you're, you know, aware of what it is, it's a 1S, it's 75mm, and it's for stuff like flying through here, then yeah, absolutely, you're going to have a ball of a time because you can take it pretty much anywhere. You've just got to know its limitations. It really is as simple as that. But because it's limited, I don't know what I was doing there, but because it's limited, it doesn't mean that it's not fun. You've just got to change your playground, quite literally in this particular example. I wouldn't have taken it to my open field and tried to rip it across an open field like I do with a 5-inch or a 3-inch because that's not what it's designed for, but I wouldn't do that with an Air 65 either. I think we finally hit this gap before we probably finish in a second. And again, like I say, you can roll, you can flip, you can do all this sort of stuff without too much of a problem, but no. You can't spang with it. Let's be realistic.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
I'm going to come back into the entrance, so face the camera to the entrance.
Yep. Hey. That's almost the Boy Wonder test.
Okay, so we're going to ramp up the difficulty a little bit now. We're going to go around this playground and we're going to see what gaps we can hit. Boy Wonder was continually daring me to fly through smaller and smaller gaps. So he said, first of all, there is some stairs over there. Fly through those stairs. So I couldn't find any stairs. I found a ladder. Now we have got a little bit of jello on this particular flight. I think it's because of the amount of hits that it's taken. And you'll see the crash tests throughout this flight. Replace the props and it's absolutely fine. So we've obviously just bent a prop here and not realised in the goggles. Again, you're not going to get any hard freestyle out of this, but you will get some freestyle out of it, don't get me wrong. But it's a 1S, sort of 60 odd gram tiny whoop that's got ducks on it. You know, you've got to pick the right tool for the right job, guys. And the number of comments that I've had saying, can you do hard freestyle with it? How good at hard freestyle is it? Well, no, you really can't, but it's really not designed for that. You know, you're not going to pick a 5-inch and say, can I fly around kids in a playground? It's just the way it is. All right, Boy Wonder FPV is going to try and land the Meteor75 on the car park pole. Go for it. Now, we have got a little bit of a glitchy problem from crashing it into a lake this morning. But we're going to try and see if you can land on the car park pole. Okay, so I've moved closer. Can Boy Wonder FPV land on the pole? Oh, so close! Don't. Yeah, it's yeah, fella. It's glitching like crazy now.
Yeah. You just took one power loop. You're not gonna go for it.
See, if I slow down, it seems to stop glitching as I go slower.
Oh, because it's probably using more power when you go faster. So you're gonna go really slow over. So it's definitely
feels like a bad idea.
So it's when it uses more. Okay, you're gonna do it anyway.
Excuse me, can I Big Mac? Excuse me, can I Big Mac? Give me Big Mac. I need to have me a happy boy. Give me Big Mac.
I think that Tesla guy is just like, what the hell is going on right now? Because he just sees like a drone circling him. Right, you're gonna come back.
Give me Big Mac. Oh God, a glitch eye me then.
Because you had to.
And do you know what? It's not glitching again now.
Probably when you're like further away. When signal was a tiny bit worse, it just says, and then it just goes like, ah!
Try power loop.
Tree. There you go. Ground. 2, wait, what? Tree. Oh my God, as soon as I say tree, that means you're about to hit the tree.
It was very close, wasn't it? And here's what I love about these little whoops. They don't need mountains or abandoned buildings or miles of open countryside to make you smile. They turn an ordinary playground into an FPV adventure. Today, this little Meteor75 Mark II wasn't trying to be the fastest or the best at freestyle, because that's not what it's designed to be. It was simply trying to make flying fun, challenge after challenge. And it did exactly that. Because sometimes the best drone isn't the one that can fly the furthest or freestyle the hardest. It's the one that makes you want to plug it in for just one more battery. And today, this little thing earned that right. Let's freaking go. YouTube and I have had a chat, and we believe that this is the video that you'll like the most. So watch it and let me know if they're right.